Well, what's up, guys? It's January 1st, 2025. And me and my wife, as you guys may know,
Hello.
name's Deborah.
Hi.
And our baby boy is due on the 7th, so any day now, he will be coming soon.
Any day.
And yeah, so we're working on our vision board. And we're gonna do what? We're gonna cut it out and start.
Which one you want to cut?
I'm gonna cut this one.
I like this one.
And last year, was it yeah, it was last year. You were writing what on your
I didn't make a vision board, but I wrote the letter to God, and I wrote about you being home and having our son. But I prayed about being pregnant towards the end of the year, but towards the end of the year, I started to prepare for him already to come, so which is good.
right. So when she says for me to be home, it's because if you guys may not know, I would be over the road trucking, and that was for roughly 7 years. And I would be out for 3 weeks, and I would be home for about 4 or 5 days. And yeah, so then, like what my wife was just saying, she wanted me to be home more often. I had my own truck. I had it for about a year. And then overall, it started having problems, but everything happens for you and not to you. So I started to realize God wants to shift things around. And like you guys may know, I'm working as an instructor at a school, a CDL school. So it's going well, and with how everything comes to play, it's about serving one another, because you feel fulfillment when you serve, because people feel better, and you're going to feel much better when you serve. For instance, my wife, she's been doing her own brand for quite some time now, for the past couple of years, and she's grown her brand significantly, and it's all because of serving and helping people, especially the girls that she would teach, to feel empowerment and gain more confidence. So yeah, I'm at that point in my life where it's I was working countless days and weeks, and just to pay the bills, all things like that. But then in reality, it's not about me, it's about serving and serving God's people, and also sharing the message of God, because there's a lot of people out there that need to know about Him, which is the source of all things. So now that we're here into the new year, we've kept God in the center, in the foundation of our marriage, and in our life up until now. We've seen how much change for the better God has been doing in our lives. And we're also now more attentive with our finances and with how we manage our money. That's important. So going into the new year, I highly suggest, if you do not, but do it, is go over your finances and see what needs to be worked on. Spending it wisely as well. Also, like I said on my story, which was yesterday and today, do something that is out of your comfort zone, something that's different, that's going to make you become better. Because if you don't challenge yourself, or put yourself to the test, you're going to continue doing the same thing and nothing will change.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have life figured out all at once. Everything takes time, but it's a process, and that's how life goes. So, like I said, everything's a process. Last year we bought our first home.
This year, my love.
We bought our first home when?
This year.
Today's 2025.
Oh my God.
See, you gotta listen closely.
It's the first day of the year.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we bought our home last year.
Oh my God, yeah. Hasn't changed.
So, you know, we would have never imagined it, but God is good all the time, and that opportunity came. And then, as you guys probably may not know, I had my car that helped out, and her parents also helped out. So we were able to come up with the money to buy our first investment home. And yeah, so that was one of a great accomplishment that we had last year.
And our son.
And our son, yeah. And our son is going to be born within, let's say, the next couple of days. He's due on the 7th, so anytime soon. And
on the 3rd. I think on the 3rd too.
Maybe. We'll see. It could be the 3rd, the 4th, it could be today, it could be tomorrow.
Yesterday he was kicking a lot at church.
Right.
And I thought my water was going to break.
Yeah, yesterday we went to church to ring in the new year and, you know, give all of our plans and all of what we have in God's hands, because He's the maker of all things. So that's how we rung into the new year, by going to church. Yeah, so going back to the part with another blessing is we're already in the new year, and our baby boy should be coming soon. And it's another awesome part that's going to happen in our lives, in our journey. And, you know, as long as you set some goals, set some plans as to what you want to accomplish, like what we're doing right here with our vision board for this year. And a year from now, we're going to look back at this and be like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, like, you know, you're going to achieve those goals. And if not, you go past those goals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all about operating in faith, because with faith, you don't know how things are going to happen, but you believe it's going to happen. And it's just a matter of time. So it's all about your belief system. And the great thing about your belief system is when you believe wholeheartedly that things are going to get better, and you have a partner that is on the same page as you, you know, you're enforcing that belief even stronger. And eventually things get better along the way. It's not going to be an easy path. You're going to have to go through tests and trials, and there's going to be moments where you want to give up, but you don't give up. You keep fighting the good fight of faith.
And working as a team is important too, and having God. I feel like those two things have been really like helping us along. Even with the expenses of like the house, we would spend so much more when we were doing things our separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
Other than being like together on everything, and I feel like now we're able to manage everything so much better.
Yeah, now we're more cautious with how and we spend our money. Yeah. And it's a matter of being intentional, because if you're not intentional with your time and with what you do, in a year from now, you'll be surprised that you didn't really change much, because you didn't set your standards high. You know, so I look back in my life up until now, like, I tell everybody, imagine yourself 5 years from now. What were you doing at that time? You, that person 5 years ago, would never imagine that you would be in this position that you are in right now. And when you have God at the center of everything, imagine how much better your life will be another 5 years from now. So we're at 2025. So before you know it, 5 years from now is 2030. Imagine what God can do in your life. So this is why we're working on our vision board, as you could see. And having that intention, because there's power in the mind, and believing and knowing that 365 days from now, we'll be able to accomplish all of what we have on our vision board. And you should apply and do the same. We're still, it's the 1st of January. Take some time to think, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do this year to become better mentally, physically, spiritually, financially? That plays a role in life, and God always wants you to elevate, to become better. He doesn't want you to just stay in one place and just stay there for the rest of your life. He wants you to grow. And that's how life is. Think about it like a tree. It's not going to be a seed in the ground forever. It's going to have to grow through the dirt. And the dirt symbolizes what? The darkness, the frustration, the tests and trials, the moments that are difficult. But you grow through it. And you become mature, you become better. And progressively, over a period of time, you will look back and be like, wow, I went through all of this and God's still not finished with me.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2025, the message I want you to understand is be intentional with what you are doing right now in your life and where you want to go. You write it down and think to yourself, I'm going to stick to what I want to do, which is whatever it may be. And those little things turn into big things.
That's true.
And just stick to it. Don't procrastinate. And what we have here, we're going to look over this, our vision board, frequently to remind us what we want to achieve this year. And we're going to be intentional about it. So put your faith to work by physically seeing it, putting it in front of you for your eyes to see, believing in faith that you've already accomplished it, and watch. It's just a matter of time, and things will come into fruition. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I think I'm going to save it for another video. This is just for the planning and everything that we have that we're doing for this year on our vision board. But okay, I'll bring it up. Relationship. If you're single, there's not a problem with that. Just work on yourself. Focus on God. Become the best version of you, and the right one will come along. Now, another thing is when you have that spouse of yours, you want to make sure you both are on the same page and you both have God at the center of everything. Because if you don't, your relationship, you may think it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be stable and really strong foundation. You need to have God.
That's true. And we've been there where we were like not so close to God, and I feel like we faced so many more trials, but it was harder to face them because we didn't have like God as our main foundation, even though we always believed in God.
Yeah, and I feel not as if that now our bond is stronger with God, and with having that stronger connection, God sees that. and he looks at the heart. And the more you walk in obedience with God, the more blessings that will come with that. So if you're not right with God, get right with him, because he just wants your attention. He wants that relationship. He wants that bond.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's the creator. You see everything around you, the sky, the trees, everything. He created it, and he created you for a purpose. So connect with him today, and just know this, that he loves you unconditionally.
Yes.
And with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video, and I hope this message resonates with you.
Bye.